You touch on chronology project you touch on chronology protection conjectures. Do you think Hawking's mechanism suffices, or might we need new temporal censorship principles? If anything, I think we should be searching for ways around such temporal censorship premises if we intend to arrive at the goal of time travel. For example, if all gravitational and entropic effects from a branching or neighboring timeline relative to the mainstream timeline are conserved to subatomic scales of size and influence, as Hawking proposed, this would seem to make it impossibly difficult to send a person from the mainstream timeline into the branching or neighboring timeline and return them. By setting the standards for successful time travel behind the bars of a chronology protection conjecture of any sort, it only sets back the progress that could be made if such mind traps were removed. For example, the many worlds interpretation that proposes timelines diverge due to wave function collapse from superposition, a condition of both and dependent on quantum scale uncertainty, into a standing wave state, a condition of either or, dependent in some case or in some sense on operant observer effect, is an accepted scientific theory, even though it is impossible in reality. Consider the consider the divergence of two distinct timelines branching off from a single event. At first, the two different trajectories for the timelines would still appear to coincide, such that two separate universes would exist simultaneously, overlapping one another. However, as the timelines grow farther apart, more and more differences will begin to emerge between them. Since we cannot demonstrate this hypothesis physically, given the principle of entropy and the other laws of thermodynamics preventing this scenario, it seems unlikely to be the case in reality. That is, it is unlikely that every time a quantum wave function collapses, it spawns dimensionally parallel branching timelines that eventually reach the size of a whole self-contained universe. In short, a butterfly flapping its wings on one side of Earth may result in a tsunami on the other side of the planet, but the effect of quantum choice does not ultimately result in multiple parallel universes. So, as long as we hold up temporal censorship models like Hawking's chronology protection conjecture or Hugh Everett's many worlds interpretation and expect reality to conform to them, the more we will be barking up the wrong tree and sabotaging our own capacity for finding true results.